Bayern. That's for absolutely sure. So what they need him to do, they need him to be out behind them. So anything that goes over the top that is not an absolutely inch-perfect pass, he will deal with that. They need that confidence and that belief that he's going to do that. And then, if the ball is a good pass, that can only happen from the way that they play if it goes out to certain angles. And we saw that in the first half with Neymar's chance. Then you need a goalkeeper who's good in one-on-one situations. And Neuer today, he was just incredible. He saved that one from Neymar. And that was just, the way that this game was going to go.
Jamie, can I just pick up on your point as well? Because I think, do you know what? Sometimes we need to give defenders credit as well. And actually, you still need to be we're talking about attacking football, but you need your defenders to still be great 1v1 defenders. And when you look at this Bayern team, yes, they have the pace, but I said it the other day, they take pride in their defending as well.
Yes, I agree. And actually, early on in the game, one of the players we thought could have real problems was Kimmich, because he's more of a midfielder at times. And he was up against Mbappe. I think in the first 10 minutes, Mbappe got a 1v1 in and around the box. And he made 2 great blocks early on as well. So I totally agree with you. That's the way the game's played now, really on the front foot and defenders. And to be honest, something I would have struggled at, playing in sort of the modern game, the way defenders are asked to play now, really high, playing 1v1. That's the way the game evolves. But I just want to go back to Peter also. I mean, we're talking about Neuer, best goalkeeper in the world. He's had a great game today. But it's a bit of a joke, isn't it, that a goalkeeper's captain and ends up lifting the Champions League trophy. I mean, it's just absolutely daft, really, to have a goalkeeper in such a position like that.
Jamie, what number in the queue were you? So were you in the middle, sort of... Were you
How did you get that captain's armband?
Photographers, they were tired. Well, hey, leadership, man, hey. Just,
you can't be that much of a leader. You left, that was your last game.
It was my last game.
Yeah, I know.
And I heard the chat in the studio beforehand about, all the omens that was pointing towards PSG. And I'm thinking about Thiago Silva, who is playing against Bayern Munich in his last game for PSG. I played against Bayern Munich in my last game for Manchester United. So I'm thinking, hey, that might just be his night. He was, by the way, again today, fantastic. And if anything, and I mean this honestly and truly, if anything, if I feel sorry for any of the PSG's players tonight, that's him. He gave it all. For all the games he played, he just gave everything. There's certain players today, I think Mike...
Sorry for Neymar?
No, I just think Mike had picked up on it. Certain players didn't turn up today. If you want to be considered on the biggest stage, and you've been on the scene for quite a few years, then you have to turn up in these games. And then, someone like Mbappe today, he showed little bits of skills now and again and what he is all about, but it just wasn't enough up against such a great and well-organized team, mature team like Bayern. And they need to step it up a little bit if PSG should win this trophy, or can win this trophy.
Jamie, do you know what? Just an interesting point on that, because I remember reading your article. It was about the FFP and that whole situation, but you had a great line about buying your way to success. And now we've seen it with PSG tonight that it's not done. Manchester City once again being knocked out. And when we look at the two teams tonight, what PSG starting 11 is half the price of what they've paid for Neymar. So is that the new trend when we're seeing teams like Liverpool, like Bayern tonight? It is about the team.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I'd always prefer a team rather than a team of individuals. I think at times PSG have shown them more than that in this competition, but there's no doubt the best team have won. And yes, a big part of the financial impact of PSG, or Manchester City coming in and other clubs complaining, namely Bayern Munich. You think of Heinz at the top of the club, always talking about FFP and trying to stop these clubs competing. Man City and PSG have had money for a long time now, and this is the first time any of them have got into a final. They've still not won it. And no matter how much money PSG throw at it, there's no guarantee with the Champions League because there's so much competition, and it's a cup competition, and you need plenty of bits of luck here and there at different times. And at this moment, I wouldn't be too worried about PSG or Man City in the coming years.
Just another question, because, guys, I am aware that you can't see all the pictures that we're able to see here in the TV studio, but we did pick up on some pictures of Oliver Kahn, the former Bayern keeper and your former opposite, of course, in that 99 Champions League final against Bayern Munich, Peter, just going and embracing Manuel Neuer. We've talked about, you know, the ability of Germany to produce these incredible coaches. What about the keepers that they produce as well?
Yeah, I mean, Bayern is the biggest club in Germany. They've always been the biggest club in Germany. And they have always managed to produce good goalkeepers in Germany. So bear in mind that Manuel Neuer is not a Bayern product. He came through Schalke. I remember, unfortunately, he had a particularly good game against Manchester United at Old Trafford. I think that was the first time that everyone in England really sort of caught a glimpse of how good this young kid could be. And of course, he would always end up at Bayern Munich. That's just how they operate. They bring the best players in. And Oliver Kahn, incidentally, I mean, he was in my last game when I played Bayern Munich in the final. What they've done this year, he's now taken over the club. He's running the club. So he's been a trainee for a year, and now he's running the club. So what a great success that is for him to come in after Rummenigge has stepped up. Hoeneß has stepped even further up into the board only. What a great success for him in his first year to win the Champions League. And he must, I think, but no doubt in my mind, that he must have made the decision to give Hansi Flick that contract. So, you know, his first major call has paid off, and congratulations to Oliver Kahn.
Kate, you need to let us go a minute because we've got some surprises. So when you come back to us, we've got something for you, okay?
What? I don't know if I like the sound of that, but okay. We'll be back with you very shortly. Listen, it is a massive night for Bayern Munich. The celebrations will long continue into the evening on this one. We'll be back with more scenes and more from Lisbon. And a surprise, apparently, as well, after the break.